The things that worked for me were, number one, I read this book, Younger Next Year. And what it encouraged you to do was to exercise 6 or 7 days per week. And I knew my personality. If I didn't do it 7 days a week, it would fall apart. So I just made the decision to start exercising 7 days per week. Now, the challenge for me was not exercising. The challenge for me was getting up in the morning. And I watched this TED Talk by a lady named Mel Robbins, and it was basically the 5-second rule. And the 5-second rule goes like this. When the alarm goes off, you count 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and you put your foot on the ground and you just get up. But the hardest part of exercising was just getting up in the morning. 5:30 was the time that fit my schedule. So now I got up and I walked down to the gym in the basement. I put in a gym in the basement a piecemeal at a time. In fact, you can probably see the gym in the background. It's not a place of beauty, but I just kept adding equipment to it as time went on. So now it was efficient. I got up, I walked downstairs, and 5 to 10 minutes from being asleep, I was doing some exercise or some stretching exercise. Number one, get up early. The second thing I did was I hired a trainer. My trainer is a guy named Alejandro Fleury. Trainers are expensive, but expensive compared to what? So hiring a trainer is interesting. The trainer becomes your friend, your coach, your mentor, but you pay him and he shows up at your house. So he shows up at 6 o'clock in the morning. And if I didn't answer the door, he would go away and I still pay him. So I was motivated to get up, start stretching and exercising. So when Al came in at 6:01, I was ready to start pumping iron. Exercising alone isn't that much fun, right? But having a trainer there every other day at least brought somebody into the room. But when the trainer wasn't there, I would be listening to my favorite songs on YouTube and I would play them loud. And that was sort of my companion during the process. When I had the chance to exercise with my grandchildren, I would try and involve them, and that was always fun to do. But the one thing I learned was create a routine that works for you and then just follow that routine.